We're halfway through the year, and Apple TV Plus has quietly dropped some of the best shows of 2025, outshining Netflix, Prime, and pretty much everyone else in the streaming game. From gripping thrillers and wild sci-fi adventures to surprisingly funny and heartfelt stories, Apple's lineup this year has been seriously impressive. So in this video, we're highlighting some of their best releases so far. Let us know which one you love the most. And if you enjoy this kind of content, make sure to hit that subscribe button for more movie and series breakdowns coming your way. The Studio.
Stressed and panicked and miserable. But when it all comes together, you make a good movie.
The Studio arrived on Apple TV Plus in March 2025, offering a fresh, honest look at Hollywood's behind the scenes. The story is about a struggling film production company named Continental Studios, where every day feels like a battle to keep things from falling apart. The characters aren't heroes here, rather they're exhausted, and sometimes just trying to survive the chaos. Created by Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg, the show balances dry humor with real moments of frustration and hope.
Good enough. This is racist.
You want to bring down the studio?
Why didn't you shut this party down?
Why do you keep lying?
What is wrong with you?
Catherine Hahn and Adam Scott bring their characters to life with funny and heartfelt performances. Rogen also stars in the show as the newly appointed head of the film production company. Appreciated for its truthful take on the entertainment industry, fans quickly connected with the messy, relatable characters. If you're curious about what happens when the cameras stop rolling, the studio delivers a mix of awkward as well as emotional real moments. The Gorge. The Gorge immediately caught attention for its blend of high-octane action and emotional depth. The story follows Levi and Dresa, played respectively by Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy. While Levi is a man haunted by his past, Dresa, on the other hand, is a lethal agent. The duo finds themselves caught in a mission that keeps pulling them into a world they don't know about. Directed by Scott Derrickson, the story shows Levi and Dresa being tasked with guarding two towers on each side of a gorge, not knowing what is actually inside the gorge.
The truth about this place.
As Levi and Drasa's connection grows, their fight to survive becomes the heart of the story. Praised for its boldness and emotional weight, fans loved the intense ride and the characters' struggle to hold on to something real in a world of unpredictability. If you love action mixed with a deep connection between characters, The Gorge is worth your time. Foundation Season 3.
She is the only one who can stop it.
Tell me, was this part of your plan?
Apple's sci-fi television series Foundation premiered its third season on July 11, 2025. Based on Isaac Asimov's legendary sci-fi novel series, Foundation is set in a far future, where the galaxy is ruled by Emperor Cleon and his clones. The show continues its epic tale of empire and rebellion in the third season, and there is also some predictive mathematics. Showrunner David S. Goyer brings even more political intrigue and world-building as the battle between the Empire and the Foundation escalates.
Act together, we lose.
Continuing the saga after the cryo-sleep of Gaul and Hari, the third season is set 152 years after Season 2. The new season introduces a formidable enemy known as the Mule, threatening the fragile alliance between the Foundation and the Cleonic dynasty. Starring Jared Harris, Lee Pace, and Lou Lobel, the new season comes with new cast members including Cherry Jones and Troy Kotzer. Foundation's third season continues to captivate audiences, strengthening its place as a standout in the science fiction genre. Severance Season 2.
If we let this happen to Miss Casey, who's gonna step up when it happens to us?
After a long wait of almost 3 years, Severance returned early in 2025 with a stunning second season. Continuing the legacy of the first season, this one took this sci-fi psychological thriller to new heights. Highly praised for its cinematography and attention to detail, Severance tells us the stories of the employees at Lumen Industries. The employees undergo a psychological procedure that separates their work memories from their personal ones. Creating two distinct versions of themselves, the boundaries between their dual lives become blurred.
You fear them.
We fear no one.
I'm tightening the leash.
They begin to uncover the sinister truths behind their employer's operations, raising questions about identity and autonomy. Created by Dan Erickson, Adam Scott leads the cast once again, and his performance feels even more layered this time. Britt Lower, Zach Cherry, and Tremel Tillman also return, each adding more tension and depth to the puzzle. With Apple TV Plus renewing the fan favorite series for a season 3, fans can now wait at the edge of their seats. Your Friends and Neighbors.
It's not yours if you can't keep it.
Your Friends and Neighbors arrived on Apple TV Plus on April 11th, 2025, delivering a clever twist on suburban drama. This dark comedy crime story centers on Andrew "Coop" Cooper, played by John Hamm. Coop is a divorced hedge fund manager who loses everything and turns into a burglar. In his new career of burglary, he targets his ultra-wealthy neighbors in Westmont Village. As Coop begins digging into secrets behind closed doors, his simple plan to stay afloat soon turns into something much darker. Created by Jonathan Tropper, Hamm leads the cast with a familiar mix of charm and desperation, making you root for him even as he crumbles.
Busy. If you get caught, there will be penalties.
I needed that money.
Amanda Peet plays his ex-wife, while Olivia Munn steps in as a neighbor drawn into Coop's messy world. Praised for its tone and insight, the show's buzz really comes from its sharp take on entitlement and the rhythm between dark laughs and real drama. It earned an early renewal with season 2 already in production. If you like character-driven dramas that sneak in social commentary without preaching, this one will keep you hooked. Dope Thief.
Who are you people?
It's like when there's too many dead. You get the hunters to kill them.
Based on the novel Dope Thief by Dennis Tafoya, Apple's miniseries of the same name compelled the fans with its storytelling. Released on the 14th of March, 2025, Dope Thief is wonderfully created by Peter Craig, while the acting duo of Brian Tyree, Henry, and Wagner Moura makes it an experience full of suspense. Set in Philadelphia, Dope Thief follows Ray and Manny, who were once addicted and drug dealers.
Stop this, is me and you. Just me and you.
Now recovering, the two friends impersonate as DEA agents and start robbing drug dealers. Awesome plan, right? But the story begins when they unknowingly target a major narcotics group under the surveillance of real DEA agents. The story of this miniseries is full of thrill and drama, which shows the duo's dangerous game of cat and mouse with both criminals and law enforcement. This three-way chase and run will surely keep you glued to the screen. Stick.
Same as Dad.
You are my friend, and that's got nothing to do with how well you swing a golf club.
Stick premiered on June 4th, 2025, and quickly topped the charts as a heartfelt sports comedy. It centers on Owen Wilson's character, Price Cahill, who is an ex-professional golfer. Though his career imploded decades ago, now he is working at a golf shop in Indiana. The story begins when Price meets a teenager with uncanny golf talent, but a reluctant attitude named Santi Wheeler, played by Peter Dager.
This game takes and it takes. The game's finally giving me something back.
The series is created by Jason Keller and features a strong ensemble cast, including Mark Moran as Price's former caddy mitts. Mariana Trevino plays Santi's protective mother, and Lily Kay is Zero, whose bond with Santi adds emotional depth to the story. In addition, with its low-key warmth and humor, you'll also find an unexpected family dynamic on the road trip to the tournaments. If you're looking for a sports story with soul rather than shouting celebrations, Stick is a compelling choice. Murderbot.
Eye contact.
Murderbot made its debut on Apple TV Plus in May 2025, bringing a unique kind of sci-fi hero to the screen. This hero would rather binge-watch soap operas than talk about feelings. Based on the award-winning book series by Martha Wells, the show follows a rogue security android who's hacked its own programming to gain free will. But instead of going on a violent rampage, it mostly just wants to be left alone, unless someone needs saving. The story is set in a distant future where corporations control everything, and people hire bots for protection.
Terrifying. I mean, that's what it calls itself, so I am just being respectful.
Do you think we can trust it?
Murderbot gets assigned to a research team on a dangerous mission, but ends up forming bonds it never planned for. That conflict between wanting freedom and accidentally caring for humans is what drives the entire show. Created by Paul Weitz and Chris Weitz, Alexander Skarsgård voices the title character, and his dry delivery brings just the right balance of emotion and detachment. With its smart writing and emotional core, Murderbot is unlike anything else in Apple's lineup. Long Way Home.
And to the culture. These unique experiences will stay with you forever.
Long Way Home is a warm, scenic ride that feels more like a heartfelt reunion than a typical travel show. Ewan McGregor and Charlie Boorman return to the road, but this time they're riding vintage motorcycles from McGregor's home in Scotland to Boorman's in England, looping through more than 15 European countries including Norway, the Baltics, and the Arctic Circle. This 10-episode series was co-created and executive produced by McGregor, Boorman, David Alexanian, and Russ Malkin.
When you explore the world, it makes you feel so connected to the people.
Along the way, they fix up their bikes, share laughs, and soak in local culture, like snowmobile races in Lapland and a quirky pole vaulting lake event in Denmark. It's not about adrenaline thrills, it's about their friendship and the changing landscape. Praised as gentle and immersive rather than action-packed, fans love its slower pace and the simple joy of traveling with old friends. If you're in the mood for a soulful journey across Europe, where the scenery and conversation are just as important as the miles, Long Way Home is a ride worth taking. Echo Valley.
What did you do? Mom, I'm in trouble!
You have a lot, and I want it.
After a limited theatrical release, Echo Valley premiered on Apple TV Plus on June 13, 2025. The story centers on Julianne Moore's character, Kate Garrett, a grieving widow and horse trainer. Her quiet life on her rural Pennsylvania farm is upended when her daughter Claire, played by Sydney Sweeney, shows up terrified and covered in blood. Kate soon uncovers a deadly reality that shows Claire being involved in a fatal altercation, and the body must be hidden.
I can't really talk about her. I'm freaking out right now because I read the bodies float.
Directed by Michael Pierce with a script by Brad Inglesby, this psychological thriller leans on emotional tension rather than non-stop action. Moore delivers a gripping performance as a mother pushed to her limits, while Sweeney brings raw intensity to the role of her troubled daughter. Praised for its atmosphere and acting, viewers tuning in for character-driven thrillers find Echo Valley emotionally engaging and worth the watch. F1. F1 hit theaters on June 27, 2025, and is expected to be available on Apple TV Plus within September. Directed by Joseph Kosinski, the film follows Sonny Hayes, played by Brad Pitt, who is a former Formula One standout pulled back into racing by his old teammate, played by Javier Bardem. Sonny is to mentor Damson Idris's character of the rising star Joshua Pierce to revive their failing team, APXGP. Shot at real Grand Prix weekends, the film's authenticity shines like real-life events. Brad Pitt trained for nearly 200-mile-per-hour runs and even got to drive an F1 car briefly during filming. Hans Zimmer's musical score makes it thrilling and stylistically bold. Fans, including real F1 drivers like Charles Leclerc, praised its storytelling and visual impact. If you want full-on racing immersion and emotional redemption, this one's best experienced in theaters.